Hi again. This video will be quite short. We'll just talk about electoral tribunals and the Commission on Appointments. Electoral Tribunal, it's a non-partisan court. It is independent of Congress and devoid of partisan influence and consideration. Disloyalty to the party and breach of party discipline are not valid grounds for the expulsion of a member. So the employees of the electoral tribunals are its own and not of the Senate and also not of the House of Representatives, nor of any other entity, and it stands to reason that the appointment, the supervision, and the control over the said employees are wholly within the tribunal itself. It is independent of the COMELEC. So cases before the electoral tribunals are governed by the tribunal's own rules. So let's talk about the Senate Electoral Tribunal and the House of Representatives Electoral Tribunal, the SET and the HRET. The composition of the SET and HRET. 3 Supreme Court justices designated by the Chief Justice. So pipili si Chief Justice ng 3 Associate Supreme Court Justices para maging part ng SET and HRET. 6 members of the chamber concerned, Senate or House of Representatives, chosen on the basis of proportional representation from political parties and parties or organizations registered under the party list system. So yung magiging chairman is the senior justice. So depende sa tagal nila sa Supreme Court kung sino yung senior doon sa 3 associate justices na dinesignate ng Chief Justice. Yun yung senior justice. Members of the electoral tribunals are appointed by the House concerned. So, kung yung House concerned is the Senate Electoral Tribunal, then yung senators na pipiliin, yung 6 na senators. Kapag House of Representatives naman, 6 rin na members of the House of Representatives. Each chamber of Congress exercise the power to choose, within constitutionally defined limits, who among their members would occupy the allotted 6 seats of each chamber's respective electoral tribunal. Membership in the electoral tribunals may not be terminated except for a just cause, such as the expiration of the member's congressional term of office, his death, permanent disability, resignation from the political party he represents in the tribunal, formal affiliation with another political party, or removal for other valid cause. Okay. So, jurisdiction and power of electoral tribunals. So, yung SET at yung HRET are the sole judge of all contests relating to the election, returns, and qualifications of their respective members. So, kung yung question is sa qualifications ng isang senator, then yung SET. Kapag qualifications ng isang congressman, then yung HRET. Yung question is, kailan yung COMELEC may jurisdiction, and kailan naman yung SET or HRET may jurisdiction. So the requisites for the exercise of HRET or SET jurisdiction is once nanalo na. Before manalo COMELEC, pero pag nanalo na, once a winning candidate has been proclaimed, na-take na rin yung oath, and na-assume na rin yung office as a member of the House of Representatives or Senate as the case may be, then nasa jurisdiction na siya ng HRET at SET or SET as the case may be. Diba yung qualifications ng pagiging senador at pagiging congressman continuing? So, once na pagkapanalo, somehow na-lose yung qualifications na yun, or meron palang election contests na later na na-resolve after niyang ma-proclaim, after ma-take yung oath and ma-assume yung office. Then yung may jurisdiction para sa election contest na yan is the House of Representatives, Electoral Tribunal if yung in question is member of the House of Representatives, or the Senate Electoral Tribunal if senator naman yung pinag-uusapan. When the above requisites concur, COMELEC's jurisdiction over election contest relating to his election returns and qualifications ends, and the HRET or SET's own jurisdiction begins. The term of office of a member of Congress begins only at noon on the 30th day of June following their election. Thus, until such time, the COMELEC retains jurisdiction. Before there is a valid or official taking of the oath, it must be made before the Speaker of the House or Senate President, as the case may be, and in open session. Electoral tribunals have no jurisdiction over pre-proclamation controversies which come under the jurisdiction of the COMELEC. When there has been proclamation and the defeated candidate claims to be the winner, the Electoral Tribunal has jurisdiction. Jurisdiction, once acquired, is not lost upon the instance of the parties but continues until the case is terminated. Mere filing of a motion to withdraw protest without any action on the part of the tribunal did not divest it of jurisdiction. An election protest is impressed with public interest in the sense that the public is interested. Okay, wait lang, may typo. In knowing what happened in the elections. For this reason, private interest must yield to the common good. The HRET decides whether a party list representative is qualified, but the COMELEC can decide whether a party list organization is qualified to join the party list system. The decisions of the Electoral Tribunal may be reviewed by the Supreme Court only upon showing of grave abuse of discretion in a petition for certiorari filed under Rule 65 of the Rules of Court. So yung dating prof ko sa CONSTI, sabi niya, yung certiorari daw, di ba? Iba-iba yung pronunciation. Certiorari. Sabi niya certiorari daw. Certiorari. Pero parang nakakahiya pag ganun yung pagkasabi mo. Kasi parang ang arte. So, certiorari na lang. Rule-making power. The electoral tribunals as sole judge of contests relating to the election, returns, and qualifications of the members of Congress can promulgate rules and regulations relative to matters within its jurisdiction, including the period for filing election protests before it is beyond dispute. Its rule-making power necessarily flows from the general power granted it by the Constitution. So again, ulitin lang natin. Yung importante, yung may jurisdiction sa election contest, qualifications, may kulang. Returns, okay. So election returns and qualifications before manalo, okay, is COMELEC. Pero once nanalo na yung candidate, kapag candidate status pa lang COMELEC. Pero kapag nanalo na, paano natin masasabing nanalo? Na-proclaim na siya na yung nanalo, na-take niya na yung oath niya, and na-assume na niya yung office niya as member of Congress. Whether congressman, whether Senate. Then, yung may jurisdiction na sa elections, returns, and qualifications niya is kung senador siya, Senate Electoral Tribunal or the SET. Kung congressman siya, the House of Representatives Electoral Tribunal or HRET. So ano yung composition ng SET at HRET? Parehas lang yung parang composition nila pero magkaiba lang ng konti. So sa SET muna pag-usapan natin. 3 Supreme Court Justice na dinesignate ng Chief Justice and yung pinaka-senior dun sa 3, yun yung magiging chairman ng SET. Tapos, 6 na senador. So, 9 sila dyan. 6 plus 3, 7, 8, 9. 9 sila dyan. Tapos, yung 6 na yan, pipiliin based on proportional representation sa kung saang parties sila galing para fair. So, hindi pwedeng PDP laban silang 6 lahat. Okay? Hindi pwedeng isang partido lang. Dapat, iba-iba silang partido. So, kung merong 6 na partido dyan, dapat like represented silang 6 dyan. Pero kung hindi naman naabot ng 6 or something, 'di ba? Kailangan fair yung distribution as far as practicable. Hindi naman natin kasi ma-make sure na sobrang fair 100% eh. As far as practicable lang para represented sila dyan. Yung purpose is para fair, of course. Walang bias. Sa House of Representatives naman, 3 Supreme Court Justices na designate ng Chief Justice. Kasi si Chief Justice yung pumipili. Pero si Chief Justice, hindi siya uupo dyan. Kasi diba sa judiciary, which pag-uusapan natin later, 15 sila dyang justices. Headed by the Chief Justice. So yung tawag sa iba na justices ng Supreme Court na hindi Chief Justice, Associate Justice. So, sino yung mga example ng Associate Justice? Diba? Sila Leonen, for example. Sila Kagiwa, for example. So, yan yung mga Associate Justice natin. So, pag sinabi naman natin Chief Justice of the Philippines, so, yung current Chief Justice natin is si Alexander, as of this recording, Alexander S. Mundo. So, hindi ibig sabihin na yung vote ng Chief Justice is lamang kaysa sa mga Associate Justice. Hindi, they decide as a body, as a collegial body. It's just that yung nagpe-preside and may mga certain extra functions is yung Chief Justice. So, yun yung sa SET. Yung sa HRET naman, pipili naman sila ng 6 din. Tapos, ibabalance din nila in terms of like parties. Like, kung saan siyang galing party or anong party yung nire-represent niya, ganon. Now, let's go to the Commission on Appointments. The Commission on Appointments, I don't want to call it COA. Although people call it COA, like in law school. Kasi parang Commission on Audit, yung dating niya sa akin. I don't know. Let's just call it Commission on Appointments. I don't want to call it COA talaga. So, the Commission on Appointments acts on all appointments submitted to it within 30 session days of Congress from their submission by majority vote of its members. It may also promulgate its own rules and proceedings. So, it is composed of the following: the Senate President, who acts as the ex officio chairman, who shall not vote except in case of a tie. And the chairman shall not vote, diba? Again, the chairman shall not vote except in case of a tie. So, si Senate President, uupo lang siya dyan, magpe-preside siya, pero hindi siya boboto. Boboto lang siya kapag may tie. Kung walang tie, wala siyang boto. Bakit? Kasi baka may influence kung baka malaman ng iba yung boto niya, tapos magsunod-sunod na rin sila doon or something. I don't know. So, para neutral daw yung chairman, hindi siya boboto unless kailangan na talaga niyang bumoto, like the tiebreaker. 12 senators elected by the Senate on basis of proportional representation from the political parties, same dun sa Electoral Tribunals, pero instead of 6, 12 na. Tapos 12 din na members of the House of Representatives, same on the basis of proportional representation from the political parties and party list organizations. So, ilan lahat yung members? That would be 25. 12 plus 12 plus 1. Okay? Yung sa ano naman, imimix mo yan. Merong 12 galing sa Senate, merong 12 galing sa House of Representatives, tapos si Senate President. Okay. Yun yung Commission on Appointments. Yung SET at HRET naman, sa SET, 6 na senador, 3 justices. tatlong associate justices of the Supreme Court. Sa HRET naman, 6 na congressman, tatlong associate justices ng Supreme Court. So 9 sila doon. And sa SET at HRET, hindi tiebreaker lang yung chairman, which is a senior associate justice. Hindi siya tiebreaker lang. Pero sa COA, okay, sinabi ko rin COA. Sa Commission on Appointments, 24 plus 1, 25 yung Senate President na siya yung chairman is tiebreaker lang siya. Okay, so pag-usapan na natin yung appointments. Ad interim appointments not acted upon at the time of the adjournment of the Congress, even if a 30-day period has not yet expired or deemed quote-unquote bypassed. It should be constituted together with the Electoral Tribunals within 30 days after the Senate and the House of Representatives have been organized with the election of the Senate President and the Speaker of the House of Representatives. So the Commission on Appointments shall meet only while Congress is in session. Again, pwede lang silang mag-meet kapag in session yung Congress. If hindi in session yung Congress, bawal silang mag-meet. So, it must be at the call of the chairman. So, sino yung chairman? The Senate President. Or, kung hindi mag-call yung Senate President for some reason, then a majority of all its members. So, anong majority ng members? 25 divided by 2 plus 1. Hindi ako marunong mag-math, pero ganun na yon. So, majority of all its members pwede, kahit na hindi magtawag si Senate President, to discharge such powers and functions as are herein conferred upon it. Appointments are done by the Commission on Appointments in coordination with the President, who exercise the appointing power na i-discuss natin exhaustively pag pinag-usapan na natin yung Executive Department Article 7. So, ad interim appointments. These are appointments made during the recess, hindi in session. So, dahil sa recess siya ginawa at hindi in session, ibig sabihin, hindi pa ma-act upon it ng Commission on Appointments. Kasi 'di ba, yung Commission on Appointments, as mentioned earlier, nagmi-meet lang sila if Congress is in session. Pero paano pag in-appoint na hindi in session yung Congress? So, yung tawag doon is an ad interim appointment. And kailangan pa rin i-act upon it ng Commission on Appointments, pero kailangang hintayin ng Commission on Appointments na mag-in session ulit yung Congress para makapag-meeting na sila and ma-act upon it nila yung mga ad interim appointments nito. So, subject to consideration later by the Commission on Appointments, kapag nag-meeting na sila, pwede nilang i-confirm yung ad interim appointment, meaning okay, or i-reject. Okay? Hindi okay. So, ibig sabihin si ad interim appointee, na-enjoy niya yung appointment niya sa time na in recess yung Congress. Tapos, pagdating na nag-session na yung Congress at mag-meet na yung Commission on Appointments, hala siya, di ba? Kasi magiging 50-50 yung buhay niya. Pwedeng mag-decide yung Commission on Appointments na, okay, confirm na natin to, approve. Okay, so makikip na yung position niya or i-reject. Ibig sabihin, alsabalutan siya. So, these appointments shall be effective only until the next adjournment of the Congress, referring to the adjournment of the regular special session immediately following the recess, when said appointments were made. But where the Congress is in session, the President must first clear his nominations with the Commission on Appointments. So, in general, kapag in session naman yung Congress, dapat yung President, i-clear muna yung nominations niya with the Commission on Appointments bago niya i-appoint. Pero kung hindi in session yung Congress, then pwede kasi si President mag-appoint na lang bigla. Pero later, i-confirm or i-reject ng Commission on Appointments yung appointments ng President. Kasi si President yung taga-appoint eh. Rules on reconsideration of resolution of the Commission on Appointments. The resolution of the Commission on any nomination or appointment may be reconsidered on written motion by any member who voted with a majority of the prevailing side, presented to the Chairman, the Senate President acting in an ex officio capacity, not later than 1 day after the approval of the resolution. provided that said motion for reconsideration be taken up on the next plenary session of the Commission. If the majority of the members present approves such motion for reconsideration, the nomination or appointment shall be reopened and submitted anew to the Commission on Appointments. A motion to reconsider the vote on any nomination or appointment may, however, be laid on the table, in which decision shall be considered as a final disposition of such motion for reconsideration. A motion for reconsideration, however, is not in order if filed during the last plenary session of the Commission prior to an adjournment of Congress, and the Commission on Appointments shall meet only while Congress is in session, at the call of its chairman or majority of all its members, or not all its members, 50% plus 1, majority of all its members. Yeah, or yun nga, yung sabi ko, oh my god, ang gulo. Ano ba? Basta call of chairman or majority of all its members. Hindi all members majority lang. Veto power of the member of the Commission on Appointments. Any member may move for the suspension of action by the Commission on Appointments on any nomination or appointment favorably recommended by a standing committee, and the chairman shall suspend the consideration of said nomination of appointment, provided that such suspension may be taken up on the next succeeding session of the Commission, provided further that it shall not apply to nominations or appointments taken up by the Commission during the last session prior to sine-die adjournment of Congress. So, yun lang guys. Mas okay na basahin siguro yung mga cases sa Commission on Appointments kasi medyo madami-dami din yan. Tignan ko nga kung may mga marirecommend akong cases. Sorry, naghahanap ako sa files ko. Siguro mas mapag-uusapan to sa executive. Pati yung mga midnight appointments, mga ganyan. Yeah, madaming kaso. Yeah, executive department nga siya mas mapag-uusapan. Kasi yung appointing power sa president talaga eh. Eto. When is the confirmation of the Commission on Appointments required? The following appointments require the confirmation of the Commission on Appointments if sa mga ganitong position sa note nyo guys. Heads of Executive Department. Kailangan ng confirmation ng Commission on Appointments. Ambassadors. Public Ministers. Consuls. Officers of the Armed Forces from the rank of Colonel or Naval Captain and other officers whose appointments are vested in the President in the Constitution. Okay. Yung steps sa Article 7 na yan. Kasi again, appointing powers with the President. What is the effect of the disapproval made by the Commission on Appointments? The disapproval is a final decision of the Commission on Appointments in the exercise of its checking power on the appointing authority of the President. Since the Constitution does not provide for any appeal from such decision, the disapproval is final and binding on the appointee as well as the appointing power. Okay. So yeah, I guess that's it for Electoral Tribunals and Commission on Appointments. Check natin kung meron tayong mga nakalimutan pa sa Electoral Tribunals. Yeah, alam naman natin kung kailan yung jurisdiction magsisimula. Yun yung importante. Again, the Electoral Tribunal is independent from the houses sa Congress. Okay, napag-usapan na din natin. Yup. So yeah, that's it. Sige, see you sa next one. Bye.